hit unmute.
Unplanned show. What?
It's so crazy that for 2 years every day I've done this, and yet it's like I don't know what I'm doing.
It's all good. The sheer number of times I would love to say it's been Jay, but myself have just started a show completely muted for no reason.
It's
wild.
Like the truth is, the good thing about the muted situation is that everybody, it's not just like the people who are in this space. Now that we've done digital for so long and like Zooms and meetings, everyone knows. Like everyone knows, no matter how prepared you are, no matter like if you've put your PowerPoint presentation together or like you're ready to deal with your fucking family on Thanksgiving, like everyone knows we forget to unmute.
Yeah.
It's just impossible to remember 10 out of 10 times. I just, at 9 out of 10 times, I can remember, bitch, don't mute yourself. But that one time, it happens to me in Schmodown all the time.
The only thing worse is being, hey, everyone, I'm Winston here for Citizen on Air. We have a shooting happening right now. We need to get you this information so you can be safe. And then all of a sudden, I hear my producer, you're muted. You're muted. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Because like me being muted, I'm not saving anybody's life if I'm not muted. It doesn't matter. No. I mean, you guys are showing up to hear me talk about really important things like Donald Trump no longer having the being super wealthy. That is fucking important, actually. We liked that one.
That one was funny.
That was good. But thank you guys for joining us today. We appreciate you being here live with Roxy. Winston and I, as I've told you guys, are working on a top secret mission. We'll tell you a little more about that, but like not that much more than that. Mm-hmm. But so Winston was here, and then Winston was filming an audition, and then we were just hanging, and then I was like, Winston, can I coerce you, finagle you,
you don't have to do nothing.
Corral you?
I will always do shows with you, Rods.
But there's multiple different things that happen. Then I got lazy and was like, I have a whole multi-cam, audio microphone studio that I don't feel like setting up.
It happens.
So we're just going to use the one mic between us. And then the other thing that happened was that for the first time ever, my apartment decided to be really, really loud. Like there's somebody washing the carpet, which I'm actually happy they did. I didn't say this part to you. The carpet, gross. Yeah, it was fucking gross. And I was wondering to myself, I wonder if they ever do anything with the carpet. You know, when you walk into, I always have candles lit because I'm a big. Why should we light this? Why do I have I love candles, but okay. I always have them in my apartment. But there's nothing more embarrassing than when somebody's coming over for the first time and they come into your building and your building like smells weird. I mean, there are more embarrassing things, but my building was starting to smell like mold. Yeah, and so they're cleaning the carpets, but that was really loud. And then I told you guys about the 2 hit and runs in my garage. So they're installing hella cameras. This was a weird thing. I'm curious how you would handle this. So after the 2 hit and runs and the one theft situation, a lot of us, I guess, emailed my landlord and asked if cameras can be installed.
Okay.
She wrote back to me and said, yes, if I can use your Wi-Fi to run them. To me specifically. To which I said, I wish I could help, but I can barely even do my own show with my Wi-Fi. Right. Like I can't have a whole ring system on the Wi-Fi.
Right. No, of course not.
And I wrote like a big thing back and she just wrote back, I understand. So I thought we weren't going to get the cameras. That's why I was surprised when he came to do them. Do you think that was an unreasonable ask on her part?
Yes.
I thought so too, kind of.
It is literally the safety of her building.
Right. Her building.
Because if you wanted cameras for your apartment, you would have put cameras in your apartment and dealt with that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Right. I kind of thought it was I thought it was okay that I said no, but I thought I felt uncomfortable that she asked me that.
I see, that's the thing. That's 100%. If you give a mouse a cookie type shit, where like you want something, then you gonna have to fuck you. Like, yeah. If people are stealing from the building,
she said in exchange, I'll give you the password for the ring so you can see what's going on there at all times. But like, that's not really in exchange. Like, I don't want to know what's going on there at all time. I only want to know what happens if somebody hits my car. Like, I'm not trying to like spy on people and see what they're doing in the garage. I'm just trying to like stay safe.
That's the stupid, like that's literally on the person that owns the building to protect the building in any form or fashion with locks and cameras and all. That's insecurity, whatever. That's weird.
Yeah, I thought it was weird too. I was not I was not stoked about it. And then I was less happy because I thought that meant she wasn't going to put in the cameras. But she told me she was asking one other person. So I'm wondering, because we're the ones closest to where the garage camera would be, because you heard they were pounding it like into my wall. So I wonder if that person must have said yes, which now I feel bad for that person.
Maybe.
It's going to slow down the Wi-Fi like crazy.
Oh, of course.
It's a whole camera system.
I agree.
Like that's
fucking weird. I don't know why I just keep coming up with really bad metaphors. Being
I want
like,
it.
Being like, it'd be like if you were like, yo, can you do me a favor and put on a condom? You're like, well, yeah, but you gotta go get up and go buy them. I'm not fucking doing that shit. Like, it's like, motherfucker, it's your dick. Why you go get the goddamn condom? Like,
it's your dick. Like, that's what I should have said to her back. Instead of my long email, it's your dick.
No, it's your dick. You get the condom.
Unless you want to pay for 18 years, you get the condom.
18 years.
Do you want to pay for my car? No, get the condom. That's the whole point. That was actually a really solid analogy. That was really, yeah.
You remember what I said earlier today? Where for some reason my first idea is always my best idea, and then everything after is shit.
What's the difference between an analogy and a metaphor? Is that an analogy or a metaphor?
Both.
So a metaphor, a simile is the one with like, right?
Mm-hmm.
A metaphor is when you say something and it means something else. And then an analogy, I don't actually know.
Oh, okay. I typed in the word analogy before I even finished. Analogy versus metaphor came up.
Oh, good.
Analogy is a comparison where an idea or thing is compared to another thing that is quite different from it. A metaphor is a literary device that compares two things without the use of connecting words like or as. Analogy is more elaborate and extensive than a metaphor. A metaphor is less elaborate and less extensive. Analogy uses literary devices like similes and metaphors. Metaphors are used to create analogies. So I see. It's essentially a metaphor is like a part of a sentence. An analogy is the sentence, if that makes sense.
Okay. So if we're just saying a square as a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square.
Yes.
Metaphors in analogies, but analogies not in a metaphor. No.
Yeah, you're on the right path.
Okay.
You're right. That analogy is actually pretty good.
You know, when you ask a question, you almost immediately regret.
Oh, 1,000%.
Because all of a sudden I was like, I did this to myself. I just asked that, and it actually does not positively or negatively affect my life one way or the other to know the difference. So I actually kind of wish that I just didn't ask it in the first place.
Yeah.
But I'm like too curious of a person not to ask every question on the table.
That's the thing.
Why didn't I bring up my salad? What's wrong with me?
I don't know. Do you want to go get it and I'll hold the fork?
No, it's okay.
You want me to go get it and you hold the fork?
No, it's okay too. I just am going to eat it afterwards because that's punishment. It is like when
it's also more professional.
I'm very professional. I have full makeup and hair done. I'm ready to win the lottery. I fell off a cliff mid-sentence. Wait, what did you just say? I was going to tell you something. What did you just say?
I don't know.
Well, you don't know?
Wait. I said I was going to tell you.
No, I was going to tell you something. You said something, and I was like, oh, I have a story about that.
Okay, well, we were talking about analogies versus metaphors.
Yeah,
we were talking about condoms.
No, it was
we were
after
talking
that.
about cameras.
After the condom, after
professionalism, salads.
Shit.
Anybody in the chat?
I hate this feeling.
Anybody in the chat? I don't know.
When did it look like my face lit up? Because then I had something to say. Welcome to everybody who's here. We appreciate you guys being here. Send in Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Also, I did put 15 minutes before the show started that Winston was going to be here. So I know that Leonard Kim on Patreon said, Winston, what has been your favorite aspect of working with Citizen? And what has been your most challenging aspect of working with Citizen? That's such a cool question.
That's a great question. The best part, honestly, has been we do a lot of lost pets or missing persons.
And does it work sometimes where they find them?
Actually, we found that if I've done a whopping total of maybe like 20 of those, we've reconnected.
That's a lot.
Yeah, there's someone. Oh, you thought I was crying? No, that was.
No, I know. I thought you were in a burp.
That's. I don't know if we want that, but like a solid 75% of the people that we go looking for, which is fucking crazy. It's wild to think that, but like I literally think about
like the people help, the citizens
Yeah,
help.
because essentially what you're doing is you are putting in the incident, you're giving information on the people, or what the pets. It's harder to find sometimes because sometimes people aren't looking, but like people are always checking it out.
It's like an Amber Alert. I really look at those. I try to memorize them when I'm driving around.
We'll bring the Amber Alert information in if we have access to the parents or whoever's looking for whoever. Like we will bring them on and like do that. And the number of people that we've reconnected and to see the look on their face when like there was one that we did this week, where this girl, she's 13 years old, black girl, went missing. Had been missing, I guess it was last week, but she had been missing since Tuesday. And
usually when does missing like mean lost or kidnapped?
Not sure.
Not sure.
Like literally she left home on Tuesday for school, did not show up at school, and did not come home, and was missing for like 4 days. And so
where in the world was this?
In New York.
Okay.
And,
is it all United States?
Yeah, right now it's just United States. But they essentially, we put that out there. By the end of the day, that was probably around noon. By the end of the day, one of our street team members who's like out in the field was like getting the community up and like we found her, and like then had a video of her mother seeing her again and being like, and just like bawling, and like it just takes you out. It's so amazing, especially because I was one of those people, not to be that person. I know a lot of people got mad at Joyanne Reed about the whole missing white woman syndrome.
No, I get it.
But it's a real thing where
cute
white girls, especially with internet presence, all the attention in the world.
We talked about the Gabby Petito situation on this show nonstop. Yeah.
This 13-year-old girl got like, yes, she got an Amber Alert, but nobody was trying to find her.
Well,
so
I didn't know she was missing. So that's
exactly my point. So the fact that like that's something that Citizen has gone out of its way to make sure that anybody that's missing, if they file an incident, that they put like as much of the effort into it. As far as getting us involved, the on-air segment, it really just depends. Like we can't see everything, so we're trying to get through as many as we can and get the ones that.
Yeah, of course, because you can only do what you can do, but what you're doing is more than what
anybody else
fucking news is doing, which like that's crazy.
So the fact that we found a lot of missing kids, especially a lot of kids, or even technically legal adults, but people that are on the spectrum. So that also adds a complication to it, because we've done that before too. That has been phenomenal. I cry almost every time. It makes me feel good that we're actually doing something to help people.
Yeah.
Downside, I would say, has been initially when we first started it was that before they broke it up into shifts, it was like you would work for just 12 hours straight, and there would be some broadcasts where I would talk nonstop for 2 hours.
And a lot of it's got to be hard. Like it's my friends that are in broadcast journalism or in hard hitting news. It's like, I'm sure after you're doing a ton of these things, that some of them are rewarding, but some of them are just fucking sad.
1,000%. I mean, again, we haven't found everybody. We do have a high return rate once we get the community involved. I think the flip now, because it's broken up into regular shifts, so it's okay. Is more they have decided, since it's East Coast base, they decided to start at 10 their time, which means 7 hours. And so in order for me to be up and camera ready and all that, I got to wake up at 6.
Yeah.
If it was I'm doing that Monday through Friday, I would adjust.
But it's just when it's 1 or 2 days a week, it's just hard to navigate.
Never fully adjust. And so like I am exhausted up when I do the morning shifts, but you got to power through.
I remember that was so challenging for me when I was with Collider, because even though the show was at 10, we had to be there at 9:30. It took me, because it was in Burbank, it took me an hour and a half to get there. So I had to leave at 8. And for me, being camera, hair, and whatever ready, I'd be at 6:45. And that's if like all you want to do is get up and get ready, not eat, not go on a walk, like nothing, you know what I mean? So I just remember, but it was 3 days a week. And so it would be so weird because in the other days I would be working. I did a nighttime show that I was at until 2 a.m. And so it was just like, I think that's where some of the start of my, like, I sleep in 3-hour increments, like wherever the fuck you can get them. Cause it's so, for our jobs, it's like, sometimes you're doing late night comedy or like a night show. Sometimes you're doing early morning things. Sometimes it's on the fucking weekends only. Like, it's just so weird.
This is not meant to be any sort of bragging type situation or whatever, but there's been a number of times recently where,
they're putting in the cameras.
That's the cameras. Where Kristen will be like, hey, all right, you want to like, and I'm like, no, it's 10. I gotta go to bed right now because I'm not gonna wake up in time for work. And she's like, God damn it.
I want you to do me a favor.
Huh?
I legitimately want you to do me a favor.
What's up?
We have to run this by Kristen to see, but okay. Every time you think about saying no,
Uh-huh.
Think about how lucky you are.
Look.
And the single lonely people like me
I understand.
who would cut off, I'm not going to say my arm, but a pinky.
Okay.
To have consistent sex.
I
just want you to think about it. The
Trust
next
me.
time you're feeling tired, I want you to remember, I once was tired too.
But it's
I regret every time I was tired.
I get it. But the difference is it's not even I'm tired. It's that if I do not go to sleep, I'm fucked. There's a difference.
But are you fucked?
No, you're fucked, but you fucked.
But you're not fucked.
But like it's like a situation where that fucking probably involves lube and a lots of yes, daddy, like you know what I'm saying. Whereas this other type of fucking is like, no, daddy, no, please, I don't want this. I want to go back to sleep. Like
sometimes you're fucked, sometimes you're fucked. You know, it just is what it is. I'm just throwing it out there.
I agree. That's why I try. Honestly, whenever those moments happen, I try to then in turn make it up somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta make it up somewhere else.
You know?
I had a lot, not a lot, but like. You know, when you're in a relationship for years and years, there ends up being those I'm tired moments. And I'm telling you, if I thought that one day that was going to be off the table,
you would have probably handled it differently.
Yeah, but I don't even know what that would do for me now. But
Wow.
You got to, like, every time that you're tired is one more time that you sleep instead of, you know, like it's just.
I mean, you have a point. I'm of the mindset.
What is my point? I don't know, but I have one.
I'm of the mindset that the only real sex that's not good sex is if like you're genuinely have like an upset stomach.
Oh
no! If you don't feel like it because you're tired, like I just don't want to have sex right now. That's not a good reason.
I would say the upset stomach thing is the number one reason I've had turned down sex in my life. When my stomach hurts, it sucks.
Yeah, well, because then all of a sudden everything's moving, especially if like you know what I'm saying. Then you like that just doesn't feel good.
Winston, you just hit the nail on the head. Like upset stomach sex is worse than no sex. Like that is the worst kind of sex is ow, my tummy hurts sex. Yeah, I'm so with you.
Because like at least if you're just tired, there are very rare instances where I'm tired and I decide to have sex that the adrenaline doesn't kick in. And I'm like, all right,
it's like going to the gym. Once you're there, you're like, all right,
I'm here. Yeah. But if you were like legitimately, because I've even been sick with a cold and then done it, and again the adrenaline kicks in. All of this clears out, and now you feel better.
The stomach situation, because then you're thinking about it, and you're like,
"Am I going to shit myself? Like, am I going to throw up? Like,
100%." Let's go on to the Streamlabs, see what you guys are doing in here. Yesterday, I know I had to jet off the show. Did you see my Instagram story of the thunder and lightning that was taking place?
Well, I saw the thunder and lightning, but I didn't see your story.
In here, the room was shaking. The lightning was flat. It was so scary, and I left my windows downstairs, so I left in the middle of it. So yesterday, I wanted to read this because Glenn was plugging his show, Glenergy, which was last night at 6:30. Hopefully you guys checked it out. He was doing deep breathing, breaking up and removing all types of energetic blockages, perhaps talk sex orgasms. I was like, what's an X orgasm? And spirituality, and meditate with the golden sparkles of love. He wanted to see you all. I hope you guys showed up. Sorry, Glenn, that I ditched before I got to see that. Also, Leonard Kim had left one yesterday after the show and said, fuck you, Thunder. You can suck my dick. You can.
Oh, that's the Ted, the Thunder Buddy song, I think.
Oh, you can't get me Thunder because you're just God's fart. Name that song. Is that what it's from?
I'm pretty sure that
I don't remember.
From Ted. I think that's
fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Thunder.
Because of Thunder Buddies. Yeah. I think that's right.
Also, Roxy, when you're settled down from your whirlwind of a day, check out The Premise on Hulu. The Premise, I haven't even heard of this. There's so many scripted shows I don't know about. There's only 4 episodes so far. I've never heard anybody talk about it.
Are you going to watch the Bachelor in Paradise finale tonight?
Yeah, obviously. After I get home. To the concert. I'll watch it after. You're going to the concert too.
That's fair.
Winston's not committing, but I'm trying to convince him. Glenn Caesar also said, I had an epiphany earlier. You've heard me say the usual stuff day after day, so I'm changing it. Roxy and Rockstars and everyone who's battling, thank you for doing so and showing all your support, the people around you. All of that makes us a winner. You win. We all win. Hello, and a good day to you, Roxy. Thanks for choosing to hang out with us all today. Peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to you, your dad, Sky, Jet, Grammy, Papa, your family, in the quotes, because we know chosen family. Be excellent, or most excellent, to yourselves and each other, Roxy, Rockstars, because you deserve it. Glenn, I thought we were switching it up. Wait, I hope you each continue breathing in. When Glenn says to breathe in, we all have to breathe in. Golden sparkles. Ooh, vacuum in love and blow out all the stress with each and every inhale and exhale to break apart, remove all types of energetic blockages so you attain balance and get to experience happiness and joy every day. May you find your unending source or fountain of happiness, this is all new, and joy, and get to drink from it whenever, wherever you can, in each of your days, your weeks, your months, and even your years. Be you always and in always. There's no one better at being you than you. Be you. Being unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers, whether it's on the internet or not, as well as being kind, caring, fully unique, makes you humane, worthy, and a cozy fire to be near. You're spectacular, a priceless treasure, and an inspiration. May you each get to smile and laugh out loud like a child at least once a day, today and every single day for the rest of your lives, so you glow in your flow and radiate, because your mosaic/story of life is important, deserves to be seen and heard.
God damn, Glenn Caesar.
Thanks, Glenn. Appreciate you, my
Holy
dear.
Shit.
Yeah,
Also,
he always has the kindest things.
When you do the Whenever Wherever, that was like one of my favorite songs back in like middle school. So like literally I immediately go back to the music video, but especially her line like my breasts are small and humble, so you don't confuse them with the mountains.
It's
And then she just like,
it's also the thought process behind that. Lucky that my breasts are small and humble, because at what point in life has somebody been big breasted and somebody's been like, holy shit, now
mountains, get them the fuck about it. But like, yo,
No,
it's because it sound. I will say this: it does sound much sexier in Spanish, but it is still a line in English that
Yeah.
is still kind of like, yo, I fucks with that. I bet
everything's sexier in Spanish.
I'm
just so you
saying.
know.
I feel like every little titty friend that I have was like, this my bitch right here, Shakira, and we are rocking with Shakira. I'm here for it.
Steph is the queen of the itty bitty titty committee, and she fucks with Shakira hard, so you're not wrong. Lloyd Nance said, hi, Roxy. Hi, Lloyd. Appreciate you.
Hi, Lloyd.
Glenn with another one. He said, we can't fight against and defeat the ocean tide or step in the exact same bit of river twice, since it's always flowing onward. I feel like I can step in the same bit of river twice. You don't think so? I'll think about that.
I guess not, because if you think about how
Like
water
it
molecules
moves.
work, it's technically never the same water molecules that you step in the same
Like it's not the
time.
exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
He says, since it's always flowing onward, so why try? Life is currently happening and always moving onward to the next. I'll seek to be here now and not there then. Glenn, for the fucking win always.
God damn, you introspective than a motherfucker, Glenn.
Paul 3JP. Oh no.
What do you say?
I don't know yet, but I just get nervous anytime he says anything.
Wait. Paul's the one that's always hitting on you and Steph back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a
all right,
flip-flopper.
all right.
He's a flip-flopping queen. He says, yo, Winston, what's up, player?
That was good.
Wondering if you'd be so kind as to put in a good word for your boy, Apollo. Either with Roxanne or Steph. Appreciate you, brother. Have a great week. Apollo.
Yo, I used to give him shit, but like
At some point,
he's just
I
but like at
know.
least here's the thing. I know you say he's a flip flopper. He's consistently a flip flopper though.
for a minute, he pretended he wasn't, and that pissed us off. And
Yeah.
then we called him out enough that he was
Yeah.
like, all right, you're right. I am a flip-flopper.
But he's like consistently one, and I give him so much credit for that. Like, because at first I was kind of like, whenever I saw Apollo, I was like, man, you gotta be like Jazz, from Fresh Prince, and Hillary's the only one that's like the apple of your eye.
Yeah.
But like I or Roger from Sister Sister.
Mhm,
But that was the
mhm.
thing. Roger loved both the twins.
He
I
did.
think that you have to remember that too. So that's okay. I think he thinks of you as equally as beautiful as Tia and Tamara. And if either of you would give him
but
the
we're
time
not
of day,
twins.
you are. You like maybe not feature wise,
You
but
think
you are the
personality wise?
yes. It just
What?
manifests. Roxy, y'all the same person that just manifests in a small white Jewish girl form or an Armenian Japanese, like, and shake that ass step form. Like
Jake
it's
says, don't give that fucker credit. And Brittany Parker so aptly says, go home, Roger. Yeah. See, like, I really do have a soft spot for Apollo because he says some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. And I tell him, you're saying some really dumb shit. And yet he is like, all right, you're right. Okay, I'm saying dumb. You think it's dumb? That's fine. And then he still shows up and I'm like, that's interesting. That's an interesting person.
I'm telling you, he's the Roger in your life. And if you remember a lot of those episodes, A, Roger had a glow up. All of a sudden, the twins were like, "Damn, did we fuck up?" And B, when it came,
no,
and
this
B,
is
when
not
it
a
came
glow
down
up
to it,
Roger situation.
when it came down to it, if the twins were ever in trouble, Roger had their back. Like got rid of like scrubs, all that shit. So just eat your Roger. That's it.
All right. Send in any. I know Winston has to get out of here in a minute. So send in any final Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. If you have questions, comments, concerns for him. Let me make sure I didn't miss any of these patrons. Oh, I did. Fucking Glenn with these awesome things always. He said he just wanted to say hi and that he hopes that you, Roxy, and the Rockstars are all having will have a wonderful/wonder-filled day.
Oh, damn, Glenn.
He's
What
really
did we do
sweet.
to deserve all this, bro?
No. Winston and I are working on a project, guys. It's pretty much all.
That's all we can say.
Winston came up with something really fucking awesome today, and then I came up with something really fucking stupid.
Nah, okay. You need to give yourself a little bit more grace than this. So we had an idea that Roxy came up with when we first were just teasing the idea of maybe doing something. Like, this is fucking brilliant. Then we found out that there is a movie that has already happened of this idea. So
I still think we have room for it in the future, but
Sure.
just not right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So we let it go, and we decided, okay, we're gonna step away, come up with some shit, and we'll come back and see what speaks to us. And so the first thing I do, Roxy's like laughing, almost tearing up, like, this is great. And then
she's such a brilliant pitch. It was just fucking awesome.
But she really, I think the reason you laughed as much as you did is, like you said, you're like, God damn, that was beautiful. And my shit's gonna be stupid. That motherfucker, like, Roxy, I'm sure it's great.
Mine was like so what if you did this?
It's as simple as this. It's like if
dumb comedy versus like really well thought out, beautiful comedy.
How about this? I love me some Hawkeye. Hawkeye is great. But if the first person to show up is Iron Man and he's stunting, and then Hawkeye shows up, you're kind of like, well,
100%.
We already saw Iron Man. Like
100 fucking %. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay, Streamlabs coming through. Glenn fucking doing the work today. He said, I remember that I'm feeling what I'm feeling each moment of each day because of the words that I choose to accept as being for me, be they spoken aloud or myself and or others or silently inside me, by me, and the weight power over me that I give them. Glenn, it sounds to me, my dude, like Glenergy, your show, you've been going on some journeys. Oh, fuck. I hate when I do that. You click on the YouTube and it starts fucking playing. It sucks. It's like, why didn't I mute it? It's a whole fucking thing. Whatever.
It's okay.
Glenn, I'm glad to hear that you're having all these revelations.
Good for you.
Yeah, they sound really good, and I appreciate you. And to Gregory in the chat, who's hashtagging Glenergy, I hope everybody goes and supports Glenn's show.
I'll check it out. Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, I think so. I think, Glenn, correct me if I'm wrong, but another person who's a rock star, Rob Fishbeck, started a channel. And I think a few rock stars do shows on there now. Nice. And so I think that Glenn has a show. Fuck, what's the name of Rob Fishbeck's network? You guys tell me. Maybe it's called just Rob Fishbeck. I don't actually know, but it's somewhere over there. I'm pretty sure. Also coming in here, Track Stars, who says, sorry, Winston, Apollo ain't no Roger. Have some respect for Roger. LOL, JK. JK, love you, Winston. And also, any thoughts on Adele's new album? Much love, Roxy. Didn't you say there was a single that you actually
dropped a single today, and she's announced, I think her new album's called 30, because that's how old she is now. You know, she loves to put her age for stuff. So that's I think what's going on.
Yeah.
With that.
All right.
Which I'm checking the traffic. It might be time.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know.
So sad. Winston's going to leave. I'll take the rest of these Streamlabs.
My friends, good to see you. Come watch Boys in the Hood 6 p.m. tonight.
I waved, but I don't know why. Is it at 6?
Yeah, it's at 6 tonight. So we're probably going to be talking about Urban Meyer because Jesus.
I know. Oh, my God. That's what you told me I should talk about. And instead, I said, but let's talk about nothing.
No, we talked about how you have the best project.
Well, no, you... Well, whatever. It is what it is. Everybody say bye to Winston. Bye, friend.
Bye, y'all.
Okay, so other things going on in the Streamlabs coming through from Leonard Kim, who said, hey, Dimple Tits and Winston. Hi, Winston. How are you both doing?
Have dimples?
No, Dimple.
Oh, okay.
Tits.
Okay.
They're my two defining features.
No, I get I just for half
just like a bunch of dimples.
For like half a second, it's like, your tits have dimples. Like, I mean,
one
day I'm going to have to figure this out.
He wants to know what couples survive BIP. And then he says he wants to see what happens to Kendall and groceries for Joe. We don't know. He'll come back. We'll talk about it. I'm definitely going to watch that at some point tonight. Thank you. Love you. Bye. Glenn Caesar says, you be kind to you. I love myself, forgive myself, fully embrace myself. For writing and directing and playing the lead role in the screenplay of our lives, why not make it an award-worthy show, movie, and great character development and a performance? It's a good point, Glenn. It's a good point. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Also, Glenn said, not doing what I want to do and feeling as creative as I can be. Okay, thanks for the opportunity to work every day on telling myself how creative I am. My body not feeling so good. Okay, thanks for the opportunity to work on getting better, getting it to feel all better. Totally, Glenn. It is all an opportunity. It's a really positive way of looking at it. I don't always look at it that way, and I need that reminder. And then he says, all words, those we hear from other people, those we say to ourselves out loud, and especially those we say to ourselves in our head, are energy and have incredible power, like an instantaneous magic spell that will always manifest. So write good spells for you. Fuck yeah, Glenn, Caesar, the Zen one for the win. He then says, oh, there's a couple more. Yes, Glenn. If I slip up, okay. Say cancel, 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 and say thanks for the opportunity to breathe in more of the golden sparkles, and I'll breathe and imagine and landing in sunshine, vacuuming in even more love and blowing out the negative talk. Okay, that's it for today's spiel. I love that spiel, Glenn. I can't wait for more. Hopefully it actually helped any and all of you who may or may not have needed it to find and rediscover and or reinforce your own positive self-talk. Remember, we're all still alive, so please keep being a sparkling diamond. Diamonds are forever, forever. That's what I thought of. I appreciate everybody, by the way, for being here. Shout out to everybody who has been here for the entire show so far. John Perillo, Matt Link, French Taunter, Helsing7747, Andrew Thomas, Third Turd, Joseph Ashley, Acer5000, John G, Track Stars, Jake Yakavetta, Brittany Parker, Gregory Castillo, Nano2233, Kenu Put, keep scrolling, East Blue Drew, and all of the people, Gavin, always rocks. Thanks, friend. Appreciate y'all. I am going to be getting out of here relatively soon, too. I'm attempting to go to the Alanis Morissette concert tonight. Dorina is going with Brennan, and so I'm trying to convince Steph to go. I think she said yes, so I think I'm going to buy us tickets. Steph doesn't really give a fuck about Alanis Morissette, but I love Alanis Morissette, so I think she's just going to do it with me because friendship game strong. So send in any last minute questions, comments, concerns before I get the fuck out of here. I will be back tomorrow live at the Roxy, and then tomorrow night for World Girl Wednesday. We are giving pumpkin painting a whirl tomorrow. So we're getting pumpkins and then we're painting them. We got these like marker paints, and we're going to add things and talk about like fall superlatives and Halloween shit. Just all part of witchy, spooky season in honor of Dorina's birth month. Is she actually born this month? No. Does she call this her given birth month? Yes. Her chosen one, I mean, sure. Yep. Whatever she wants. It is what it is. Okay. Any last minute things? Get them in loud, get them in proud. I brought you guys Winston today. I brought you fucking Winston. Is there anything better that I can do? And yet, where's that support? I bring Winston. I brought Winston. I did my part. I brought Winston to the table. It's very important, very key. Also, our food came an hour and 45 minutes after we ordered it. It said it was going to be 45 minutes. It was an hour late. It took fucking forever. It's really sad. Not that you guys give a shit about that. Who's going to join me back here tomorrow? I hope all of you guys, and I hope you join us for Live at the Roxy on Thursday. I'm going to be back here as well. And then Friday, I will do Only Stupid Answers and this show. So jam-packed week as always, and I'll keep you guys posted on anything else that pops up. Leonard Kim, the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStress. Just curious, aside from Lannis, who else is in the lineup at the concert? When you get to it, this week's Only Murders in the Building is nuts. Also, how are you? I watched this week's Only Murders in the Building. It is nuts. I feel like the show is too new for us to give any spoilers, but it is awesome. I love this episode. The only other person at the concert tonight is Garbage. Not they are garbage. It is Garbage. So that's exciting for me. And even more exciting for D. Yeah. Okay. Much love to all of you guys. Stay safe. Stay sane. Put down the toilet seat and lid. We don't want those buffoons. Make your bed if you haven't already. Hopefully you did, though. Don't Drum with the Holocaust. Brett Miles Jonathan, Arrest the Cops Who Killed Breonna Taylor. All three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. And stay safe, stay sane. Thank you guys for being here. And I will see you tomorrow live at the Roxy.